I want to be a trained slave. Now, if that isn't a way to start a conversation, that I don't know what the hell is. Because I've learned from the best. I've learned from the nicest guys on the planet. Yup, that's right. I unfortunately opened Reddit this morning and I found one of the most hilarious posts I've ever seen in my fucking life from a guy trying to be a trained slave to a mistress, by his words. So I'm gonna stop tickling your balls here and I'm gonna start sucking them directly and I'm gonna show you this absolutely luxurious piece of content. So right off the bat, this guy wastes absolutely no time and starts off really strong with the "Hi mistress, I'm male sub." Obviously forgetting the A there in that sentence because this man probably failed 3rd grade English. And so the girl in this story responds with, "No thanks, I prefer to date within my age group for personal reasons." Now, I couldn't find any context to this. I don't know the age difference between these two, but it doesn't really matter. I think this guy absolutely whiffed it just by saying the "Hi mistress, I'm male sub." Then he proceeds to say, "That's not what I wanted. I wanted to be trained slave. I wouldn't date you anyway." So after he completely lied to her face about not wanting to date her, she responds with "Okay," and this man goes straight back to his roots and says, "Can you train me be slave?" Which is a fucking response, alright. The girl says then "no thanks," which I think is a very normal response, but the guy doesn't like it, and so he says, "Well, donor wear outfit, you're fake." And the more I scroll through the pictures of these text messages, the more I realize that there's a lot of content missing, because now she replies with, "Getting abusive is ridiculous," response when I've been direct, honest, and polite to you. And he doesn't like that because he's such a nice guy and he always finishes last. "You're like all the other phony, only play games." I literally did the opposite of play games by clearly telling you my exact feelings. "Well, who cares? I donor, I learn." So that last sentence I read I kinda cut off, so here's the continuation of it. "Well, who cares? I donor, I learn that in life good guys finish last." The truest statement there is. The girl is clearly very tired of this guy, so she just replies with, "Okay." And then he says, "Bad boys control women like you. You're a disgrace to all mistresses out there." So right after that, you can see this man is furious. He's clenching his fist. "Darn you, woman! You're a disgrace to all mistresses out there," shaking his fists up to God. "Why have you done this to me?" And so there's so much more to unpack here, so let me continue reading. And then after he calls this girl a disgrace to all mistresses out there, he says, "Anyway, get life. I'm done with my time valuable. Your waste of time." Now, it's safe to assume that this guy did not eventually become this woman's trained slave, because I think no one in their right mind would let a conversation like this happen and then be like, well, this guy, I must have him become my slave. I would love it if a man this fucking stupid becomes my slave. Now, it could have its advantages, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not an expert either. Not really my kind of thing. But I guess this guy was not what we call these days the Rizzler, and completely missed the fucking mark with this girl, and instead we got this amazing conversation that is hilarious and completely embarrassing for this guy. And, you know, I hope this guy one day finds himself his gorgeous mistress and becomes the male sub-slave that he's always wanted to be. With that, we come to the conclusion of this absolute masterpiece. This shit is like up there with Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. It has got to be the most amazing piece of content out there on the internet. And I can't wait to read more. I hope I get to see more people like this. And I fucking know I absolutely will. So, that's it guys. Thanks for watching.